Hello, everyone. It is June 28th. Yeah, June 28th, Sunday, 8:08 a.m. This is way earlier than I would have liked to record, but I am having some stomach issues right now. And all that. So I'm probably going to end this walk earlier than expected because this is supposed to be the long walk and all that. I brought a little Caesar's pepperoni pizza slice with me for today's snack. Well, I did eat before I started the walk. The plan was to walk for like 2 hours. As I said, I'm having some stomach issues pop up right now. And I don't know if it's because of what I ate, which I ate like, what time is it? Yeah, I ate like 40 to 50 minutes ago. There's that. So yeah, I'm going to end the walk early here today, which makes me sad because this will be the long walk today for 4 hours. Instead of just like the hour here and an hour back crap. But I think that's fine. I think that's fine, really. I'm just like focusing on this pizza. And I don't know what I'll do with the crust though, because I don't really like Little Caesar's crust, especially when it's cold. I don't know. Well, this one warmer because of my body temperature. But well, pizza. A lot of people love pizza. A lot of people don't. The people who don't are usually vegans who only like sauced up bread, or people who only who are lactose intolerant because then they can't have cheese because they're pissed off because they can't have cheese. So instead of a preference, it's a disability. Now, pizza's great. I've had meat lovers pizza, had cheese pizza, a pizza with and without the cheese filling, and of course had pepperoni. Cheesy bread for the pizza crust. I'll be real. There's a trash can up here. I'll be real. Overrated as fuck. Okay? Like, let me swallow this piece real quick. I've never been a fan of the cheese that goes into the crust of pizza bread, pizza dough. I think it tastes too weird. I think it doesn't add much to the pizza. And in all honesty, I think it kind of ruins the flavor of the pizza as well, at least of the crust, because I like a normal unaltered crust. I've never had a garlic toasted crust before. Be cool to give that a shot one day. But yeah, just a normal pizza. I also don't like cheese. I like pepperoni. I like meat lovers. I like all that stuff. I just don't like raw dogging it with just cheese. And the flavor's not there for me. It's a little bit different if it's hot, but if it's not hot, then it's like, what the fuck to me? So yeah, I think a normal pepperoni or meat lovers pizza with no cheese in the dough is probably the best. Now, the thing is with that, I know a lot of people probably love it. I think it's overrated as fuck. I really do. I think it's the most overrated thing, and I think it honestly ruins most pizzas. Because I love eating the crust and eating a little bit of the pizza, because some crusts are good. Granted, I haven't had an authentic pizza. Usually I have like those frozen ones, or Little Caesars, Domino's. Actually, I did have one from a local chain. It was pretty good. But they did square cut. They didn't do triangles, so there's really no crust on the back end to grip it by. There's that as well. But, yeah. Not politics. Oh boy. Doesn't be a hot basket speaking about politics. But this will be a little bit general with this as a subject here. I think politics is evolving all the time. One of the sad things I see is that one politician, one person can have a view, like let's say 6 or 7 years ago. Hell, let's go with Obama, for example. He's somewhat of an old president now, a decade ago and all that. I know some people like him, I know some people hate him. Personally, I'm in the camp that I somewhat like him. That's just me, though. He's the first president I actually remembered when growing up, when I gained sentience and all that. At least in the United States of America. And initially, when I know he was like, one of the youngest senators, I think? I know he also went to college to be a lawyer and all that. Hold on. Let's see, there's a trash can. Okay, I don't see trash can. I'm just have to carry the bread with me. I get to some birds, but I know bread's kind of unhealthy for birds. But back to the politics stuff on Obama. Initially, when he was running for president and all that, he was more neutral on gay people and all that stuff, which to me that's fine to do. I know he gets some people harp on him for initially not really being pro LGBTQ and all that, pro gay people, and then in his second term he was. And like, people sometimes are just such massive crybabies because you have to flow with what the politics are at the time. Because you gotta think of it from another view, is that if you want to do certain good things for people, right? Like, you want to do X, Y, W, A, B, and C, but Z is a little bit of a controversial issue among the current political sphere, such as gay people were, stupid as that is, a decade or so ago, well, decade and a half now. So basically you want to just hedge like neutrality or hatred for the thing that you might want to advocate for, because if you don't, you won't be able to implement other things and all that. So sometimes, for your beliefs, you might have to misrepresent them and all that. But that's because if you don't, you're like, hey, let's say you come on a politically hot time where there's a convoluted issue where both sides don't really like one thing. You go, hey, I like this. You're going to get shut down so fucking hard. So imagine in Obama's case, it's like, okay, if I want to go for rights for gay people, that's going to be on the back burner. I have to do things that would be adjacent to helping them, but not directly. So it doesn't seem that crazy. So you stay neutral on the gay people stuff, and then you just do general things like healthcare and all that. And then if the political sphere changes, you flow with it into the beliefs you actually have, which at that time switched into more positivity for gay people. And now he does have the support, so now you can actually openly support him instead of just being openly neutral about it. What I'm trying to say is that in politics, it seems like if you have a strong feeling on a belief, but it's not like heavily agreed upon by your side, you either have to wait for your side to view it as a good thing, or you have to convince them that's a good thing before you push it. But But then again, some people are like, well, you're not a true supporter because you didn't do it from the rip. Sometimes you have to downplay the things you don't want to ensure you can do the other good things. And all that. Now, so what else does I talk about? Oh yeah, why I'm doing this on Sunday? I last walked on Thursday, if you guys know, if you watched the last video. So I decided to try to do a long walk a day early as well. Next time we'll walk will be Friday. It will be Friday and all that. But kind of that's on my plan a little bit. Besides, it's probably great anyway because my foot does kind of hurt a little bit, the right foot. And I think it's because when I leave the house, I do a little bit jump down and all that and stuff. And I usually lead with the right foot, and that's probably what's causing the pain. So I'm going to start trying to do it with the left foot. Because I know putting like 270 to 80 pounds on one foot in a split second is probably not the best thing to do. Oh yeah, anime. One of my friends got me into anime. I've been interested in anime, like I say anime adjacent, where I was kind of looking at it, kind of interested in it, but I never really delved into it. I had a friend years ago, still do, I don't know why I said years ago, but years ago he told me to watch School Days, and immediately he revoked that statement. Immediately. I was like, you know what, dude? You said it. Alright? And because you said it, I'm going to watch it. Me. So I watched it. It's my first ever anime. I ain't going to spoil anything because you guys should go watch School Days. It's pretty wild. I enjoyed it. That was my first anime. And he regrets the choice a little bit, considering what kind of anime it was and all that. After that, I went on to watch stuff like ReZero, another recommendation of his. Another one he retracted almost immediately. But I actually enjoyed it. I couldn't really get into Dragon Ball. I couldn't really get into One Piece. I couldn't really get into freaking what was it? Oh, there's another anime I really couldn't get into. Like I really tried, but I forgot what it was. I did get into Demon Slayer though. Haven't watched the movie. Not yet. And all that. But we'll say that despite all of that, I gotta cross the road here real quick and all that. But despite all of that, I enjoyed all the anime I watched. How to Train Your Dragon is a show I also want to get into, but I haven't really found the time because of other things and all that. So yeah. I know there's some animes I've started watching, like Solo Leveling, that I kind of put off for the last few months and all that. After watching the first few episodes. I know Frieren, I forgot to pronounce it correctly. I know it's another one that I'm interested in because I see it so much frequently on my YouTube feed. I mean, frequently like once a week, at the very least. But it's not in the feed, it's usually in a meme. It's not a meme, it's one of my friends using it for our D&D stuff as a joke. But, yeah, for anime, see? That's pretty cool. I don't think there's any other animes. I was trying to think because it's been a while. Oh yeah, One Punch Man, that's the one. I want to get into it, but every time I go to look for it, it's like not all the seasons are together. I prefer all the stuff to be on one singular platform. Granted, this was years ago. I see a squirrel fucking with a box right now to my right. Now it's looking at me, motherfuckerly. And it just fell down. Dumbass. But, yeah, One Punch Man, that's the one I really couldn't get into because I just couldn't find anything on it. I know there's another show. Not anime, not a cartoon even. Breaking Bad. I couldn't get into it. I'm sorry. Like, I know a lot of stuff through YouTube stuff because it got spoiled and all that. I mean, just trying to watch it normally. I just can't. I don't know why. But the adjacent show to it, Better Call Saul, I have started watching that. Well, that one was through the first season and all that. I know initially starts before Breaking Bad, and And then by the, I think, middle to end point, that's when it kind of interconnects and is not during Breaking Bad and all that. And it ends off like post Breaking Bad and El Camino. I know a little bit of El Camino as well. Not too much though. So yeah. I think one of the greatest animated shows of all time is Avatar, The Last Airbender. And I know that the second season for the live action came out. And I know my friend sent me something and people trashing on it. People trash on live actions all the time. I'd prefer to watch it and get my own opinions on it. Like, I loved Avatar, the animated show. The first season of the live action was wasn't bad, wasn't good. And that's fine. That's kind of how the first season was for the show anyway. Since they're still trying to figure it out and stuff. Legend of Korra, it's decent. There's a few things I don't like in it. It's mostly the pacing, but that's because of the writers not knowing if we're going to have a new season after the first and second one. I think the third and fourth seasons were greenlit together, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. So Legend of Korra, some things I like a lot about, but some things on. For Dragon Prince, though, oh boy, what a fucking roller coaster of a show. It's made by the same people who did Avatar Last Airbender. I'll sprinkle. Might have some light rain here. It's by the same people who did Avatar, The Last Airbender, and all that. And of course, I do think the Dragon Prince, that show is good, but it portrayed, like, I haven't seen the newest, like, 3 seasons, I think on season 6 or so. They're trying to do an animated film that's set like 20 years into the future, I believe, or so, since they aren't getting any more seasons to my knowledge. But from what I've seen, they always portray the elves and humans as equally bad, but they only say, hey, it's really the humans' fault for everything that happened, which is, stupid in my opinion. But I did find Callum fun. I did find the humor to be a little bit weird, admittedly, and all that. And I did find that some of the show's issues were really because the writers didn't care too much and all that and such. Get across here. Well, it's not that they didn't care. Let me retract that. It's because of sometimes writing isn't always up to par. You always have like that one season in a show that's not very good. Aside for Dragon Prince, it seems like they kind of had that issue back to back. But I am planning to eventually finish it though, and all that. Yeah. One day, I mean, my birthday is August 4th. I'm almost 23 and all that. And there was a movie out there, The Long Walk by Stephen King. And they had these people, teenagers, I know the gist of it. It's like teenagers walking every hour, and if you stop for too long, you get shot. You're in out of the convoy, you get shot. And for online, this could be a lie. Could be unfalse, could not be true. All that. Unfalse, that means it's true, dumbass. Could be false. The winner of the convoy thing, or the walking, gets to go free out of the dictatorship. And I heard her walking like 3 miles an hour. You're fucking power walking, mate. Like, just for reference, it's been an hour now, and I've probably walked like about 3 hours. My feet hurt a little bit, not that much. My spine hurts, like the base of my spine hurts a little bit. That's because I didn't give it a rest yet. And you're telling me, you got these kids who aren't athletes, when I could tell you, tell me they're walking multiple hours a day, they would all be dead by like the 7th or 8th hour mark, dude, unless they're active as hell. Because 3 hours, 3 miles an hour, you have to be walking really fucking fast. Or rather, at least at a faster than normal rate, I would believe, as a human. And even then, humans might be endurance hunters. They're not meant to go for like multiple hours of just walking unless that's all you've been doing your entire life. So if you take people who aren't walking and you have them do it, there's going to be issues, man. There's going to be issues and all that. About to pass by a church here. This church is humongous, though, if I'm being honest. It's actually one of the bigger buildings on my walk and all that and stuff. Am I religious? That's something I haven't talked about. I don't know. I don't believe in God. I don't believe in a devil. That's Satan. I don't really have much belief in anything and all that. I think a spider thing just came over me. Like at one point in my life, when I was like up to I think 11, maybe even 12, I would have considered myself religious. And up till I was like 16, I would consider myself a little bit searching for a religion. But like, the issue is with every religion I've seen, and this is just an unfortunate byproduct of people sucking and all that, I have seen a lot of people. I've seen a lot of people who are religious, Christians, Catholics, Buddhists. I've seen all this and all that. And yet every time I see it, it's always people who aren't exactly the most moral using it and all that. So what ends up happening is like, this person who believes in God, Christian, Catholic, a Buddhist, which would be the Buddha, Hindu, whatever, and then they do bad shit. And I've consistently seen, and I know it's not every Christian, I know it's not every Catholic, I know it's not, but I've seen so many, at least Christians, I've really seen that many Catholics, I've seen so many Christians preach the Bible, preach its teachings, and then they go back and do the shit that they're saying you shouldn't do. And I see it consistently. And honestly, at that point, I'd rather just have no faith and not be considered a sinner who's going to burn in hell for all eternity versus willingly following a religion and then breaking the rules of the religion that I'm spouting off to others. So I wouldn't really say I'm religious nowadays, that is. So yeah. Another thing I thought about, am I racist? I don't know if you guys can really hear that. But am I racist? I know this is something you never want to hear a person say. I do think on some level I am absolutely racist. And although I'm not proud to admit it, my entire life, around my parents, at least, I would say that they are racist and all that. They definitely look at Indians, Hindus, and black people in a different color than white people. I try, personally, not to be racist and all that. I really do. But, it's like a subconscious thing where if I go near a black person, I see a black person, I tense up a little bit, get a little bit fearful and all that. And I hate that because I'm trying not to be racist. And then I'm automatically on defense just because of someone's fucking skin color. It's literally the stupidest shit that I have to deal with, honestly. It really makes you unhappy every time it happens. Because, like, I don't want to be racist. I'm trying to make an effort to not be racist and all that and stuff. But then my body subconsciously, because of like 2 decades of being exposed to racism against others, subconsciously my body is racist. So, I know some people say, oh, subconsciously, like subconscious stuff's your true thoughts. I don't really think it is. Some things are, some things aren't. Like every time it happens and I get outside of the person that I had that reaction to, I feel a little bit ashamed, really. And it just sucks, because I don't want to be that kind of a person who looks at a black person, a Asian person, an Indian, a Hindu, even an alien person from outer space, a Mexican, a Hispanic person. I don't want to look at them and think that they're just lesser, And I know how easy it would be for me to do it if I switch gears, like, oh yeah, you guys suck, but it's just not the case. Like, I'm exposed to all these people daily because of the internet and all that. And I hate that people push agendas of like, oh, look at this race or look at this group of people. They all act the same. What a load of bullshit, honestly. You can't just take like a few select individuals and apply them to the entire nation. It's like back in World War II. Like, you had some of those people who looked at Germany like, yep, everyone's a Nazi. Every single person that lived in Germany during World War II is a Nazi. And that ignores the partisan fighters. That ignores the people who didn't vote for Hitler. That also is like, if you vote, some people think if you vote for him, you can't switch up your mind on it. The only time I would ever look at a person when they vote for someone and they try to switch their mind is that they voted for them one time, seeing how they act, see how they played. They are out of office, they say, oh, I'm going to do this, X, and Y, and they vote for them a second time after they said they're going to do those things. You don't get to cry about how you're judged because you voted for them despite them saying what they're going to do. And all that. Like, yeah, I just hate these biases that people have, because it's like you take like a few select groups of people and you just demonize an entire race. It's a tale as old as human history itself. You want to do the Crusades? Hey, look, you got this group of people who don't follow our religion staunchly. Us Catholics or us Christians, let's go fuck up the Jews, or let's go fuck up the Arabs, or whoever the hell's controlling Jerusalem at that point in time. And then it just repeats, and it repeats, and it repeats throughout history. Even today, we're still having the same holy war crap. Which I guess I'm in a minority of like hating the fact that holy wars are even a thing. Because you're literally saying you want to kill in the name of your God other people because they don't follow your God. Which inherently means that you're not looking at your religion through a lens of peace. Because your first thought is to go kill people of another religion. Instead of trying to make peace with that religion and come to a mutual understanding and respecting each other. Like, how can you claim that your religion's peaceful? And this goes for every religion. When your first thought is to go kill others who don't follow it. The biggest example of this is the Crusades, because it's like, hey, so people in the Holy Land, yeah, let's go kill them. Sucks, so man. Well, I'm almost home. Luckily. I'm still having stomach issues. I really hope I don't crap my pants. I do hope that one day all of humanity can live in peace. I know it's kind of a flawed ideal because it will never happen. Because for such a thing to happen, every leader would have to be a pacifist and great at diplomacy. And literally the closest we ever came to world peace was honestly probably during the Mongol Empire, the Roman Empire, any empire that encompassed multiple nations and countries. And guess what? Even that shit wasn't peaceful if you weren't in the core territories of an empire. If you're on the edges, you wouldn't consider it peaceful. Because you're like one of the first ones to get attacked. And all that. I've been talking for a long time. I'm going to end this off here now, guys. I only got 2 more minutes. Should I? Nah, I don't have anything else to talk about. Because I like putting what I'm talking about in the title. So I think it's already going to be pretty long. Anyway. See you guys on... Oh. There's one more thing to talk about, I guess. I'll say it for next time. I'll do another walk on Monday with y'all. Peace.